Hello YouTube. This is Lashay Jackson, and today I will be speaking on and off relationships. And it's a lot of reasons why I'm speaking on this, and I think that right now during this period of time of COVID-19 and people rushing into relationships and situationships, I think that out of all these, on and off relationships are the most toxic of them all. And I mean, if you ask anyone amongst you, at least one or two people, maybe more, can say that they've been in an on and off relationship before. And an on and off relationship is periods of times where you take breaks. And these breaks could take about a week, 2 weeks, months. Some people take years off. And these breaks can be very dangerous. And even coming together can even be more toxic. And this is something that is called in the hood, especially where I'm at, especially where I'm from, it's called struggle love. Because you're struggling, you're wrestling with the love that you have for this person. And you want it to work more than anything. But it's not, well, I don't say it's not genuine love, but it has potential to be something better. It's almost like it has potential to grow up to be something better, but it's not. And it's an opportunity to grow into something better. You know, it's like a baby plant. A baby plant can grow into a full plant if you nurture it right. And the same goes for on and off relationships. I can speak on my own experience. I was on an on and off relationship. I can't call it a relationship, but it was a situationship. And it was something that it definitely broke me down. And I felt my highs and highs with this person and lows and lowest. But my energy was on and off. It was iffy when I was with this person. And it really hit me deep in a place where, I just wanted to be with that person, but that person wasn't ready. And a lot of times we do that. And I know a number of people that's in that situation have been in that situation. No, I bet you know someone who's been in that situation where you've been in a place where your heart is with this person, but they're not ready. They're not acting right. Things are not aligned, as some would say, with that person. And so you want to give that person a chance to get it right. And you give them chance after chance after chance, but it don't work. It simply doesn't work. And at some point in time, you have to wake up from that dream you're in. And it's a pattern usually. It's a pattern. And that pattern can be that person come in, they do something nice, and then, or something great, or something that's life changing. They can help you with your oil change. They can help you move. It can be different ways they come in because they have to really figure out ways to come in to impress you again. It's like dating again or getting to know someone in a new way. It's new tricks that they come in and on the outside it looks as if they change, but they haven't. And so you fall for the same okey doke. And while you're on your breaks, you may have met someone nice, someone great. I hate to use the word nice because of his background, but you met someone that was great, someone that was compatible for you, someone that actually was good for you. But then you dropped that person that was that person that definitely want to be with you, that person that definitely you saw a future with, whatever you was going for, whatever dreams and goals you had, or aspirations you have for relationships, romantic relationships or personal relationships. That person had that you met. But this same person that your heart is tied to, it really deals with the depths of things. And we have to get to a place where we're actually able to settle into who we really are. And being in that space, I get it. I get it. As soon as you get into a good place with somebody else, or if you meet somebody else that you're in that place with, a lot of times that person will come back. That person will do the things that you dreamed of them doing. Like that if person become a reality. Well, what if that if person is just put on the show because the if person don't want you with someone else? The if person is selfish and they want you to have them to themselves. What if what if it's like that? And it's almost it feels like a knot is in your heart and it's being pulled different ways. But what one thing I've learned is that we have ways of tormenting ourselves. And literally we end up suffering, we end up putting ourselves in a place of turmoil or torment, literal torment. And we worry and we put ourselves in this headspace being so consumed with this individual because I think this is a man for me, I think this is a woman for me, I think these is the one, this is the person, or these are the people that God had put me with to be with. And you put yourself in those shoes and you constantly get hurt again. And you never stop to think you're always the one that's hurt. You're always the one whose energy is off. You're always the one that's self-sacrificing. You're always the one that's giving of yourself. You're celibate, then you go back, you go right back to this person, not knowing if they've been sleeping around. And sometimes people don't even use protected sex. So you go back to this person unprotected. You can potentially get something from this person because of something you want. But what if God has something better? Now, I've seen some on and off relationships, they work, but they still toxic. I have never seen an on and off relationship where it's been healthy. And maybe this is me. Maybe some are. Some people get together eventually. But I have never personally in my own life experienced someone in an on and off relationship and they literally had a healthy relationship. And maybe it's just me. But outside of that, I would just honestly want those who are in those relationships, those who have put themselves in those situations, to be very careful with your heart because your heart will always be broken by that person. Anytime your energy is off, if just say you high spirits, you got things going, you're motivated. But when you're with this person, you're not doing as much as you would have. You're not really pushing yourself the way you would have been pushing yourself. And you get to this place where you feel dead inside with that person. And this person sucks nothing but the life out of you. And a lot of times we end up in these relationships or situationships or whatever you want to call them, whatever they are. You have to be mindful because if you're not mindful, then you may put yourself in a headspace where you don't need to be. But be aware of on and off relationships. Be aware of people that's flaky, just in and out your life. 6 months, 3 months, a year, 8 months, 2 weeks, a month. And these people are not meant to be in your life. And you want to wait around because, hey, I'm patient for them, I'm patient. But never be patient with someone who don't know themselves. And even in your patience, you may end up sabotaging something great with someone else because you want that so bad. Are you just that desperate for a soulmate that you're settling? Because that's what you're doing. You're settling and you're not in that place where you need to be because you're more concerned about them. Why are they concerned about you? You're self-sacrificing, but would they do the same thing that you're doing for them? It's a yes or no, or this a maybe. You don't know. You're putting forth all these different things. You're sacrificing your career, but would they do the same thing for you? Sometimes the love is not equal. It's a 50-50 love. Sometimes 50-50, I mean, a 20-80 love. Sometimes it's a 30-70 love. It's different. It's different levels of love that's there. What are the levels of the agape love, the godly love, the brother sister love, the eros love, the sexual love, or the filial love, the friendship love? How tight is your friendship with this person? It's like ask yourself these questions, and I think that it will bring more clarity in your situation. And if you are going through a situation where maybe you are in an on-off relationship, you wonder whether to stay or leave, well, look at your situation. Is this person adding to your life or taking away? Are you happy? Are you joyful? Can you enjoy the things that you once enjoyed? Are you living your best dream? Do this person push you? This person challenge you? Is this person consistent? Because this person can be all these things but inconsistent. If it's inconsistent, this person's not good for you. I hate to say it, sis. I hate to say it, brother, but let them go. Because if it's meant to be together, don't worry if you leave them. If you're meant to be together, you're going to be together. I've seen people being on off relationships with different people, but still end up together. So you know, it happens. I'm just saying that may not be you though. You may be wasting years and years, weeks, months, days, seconds consumed with this person because you think that person is the one. But God will not set you up with someone that's bad for you. And sometimes God is literally pushing this person out your life, but you constantly bring them back. You constantly call them. You still follow them on social media. I mean, you're still friends with this person's friends. You still ask about them. And this person have ghosted you. This person is not even talking to you. So you get to a place where you have to be honest with yourself. You have to. And I've had to face that reality. So that's the reason why I speak on that. This person may be a twin flame. I mean, that may be your soulmate. But right now, are they no? So you need to move on. You need to set healthy goals for yourself. Set boundaries. Look at patterns. If every time you go over their house, you have sex, and you really want to have an emotional connection more than physical, then stop going over the house. Stop meeting them in a place where you usually consummate your relationship or whatever situation you have with that person. Like, look at those things. Like, what things are they doing that's drawing you back in every time? And people have intuition. Men have intuition. Guys know when you're with another guy. So they would start coming around. They'll start putting on that facade. Okay, I'm gonna act like I'm that guy that she wants me to be. Even for the girls. I mean, even for the dudes, the girls will do that too. And people will do that just to draw you back in. But the thing is, how many times do someone have to constantly fool you before you become foolish? I hope that this video has helped and I can speak on my situation. And I hope that if you are in that kind of situation, I hope that you use this time to reflect. Make a list, the good and the bad. Now, if the good outweigh the bad, and just sit down and have a conversation with them. Give them an ultimatum. Create boundaries. And once you create those boundaries, see their reaction. If their reaction is adverse or is opposite of positive or whatever you know it should be, then you know they're wasting your time. And you may have children with this person. You may be shacking up with this person. You may be married to this person. You may be separated with this person. You may be just friends with benefits with this person. But have that talk. But if you look at the things they add to your life or the things they do, and it's mainly bad, leave them. It's not worth it. But I hope that something was said, like I mentioned before. And on and off relationships, they have the good, bad, and in between. And they do have their purpose. But don't constantly live out the same lessons. I learn lesson, learn lesson. No, the first time was a learn lesson. The second time was intentional. So let's just be aware of that. And most definitely, I will be bringing more content like this. And thank you so much for inviting me back in because I just had to take a break from YouTube. But definitely, YouTube is my family, and my locks are longer, showing that. I had my locks were this long, were this long last time I was on here. So I'm hoping that you can rock with me, and I will be posting a video as often as possible. And I know every time I set a time and day, it may not happen the way that it is, what way I need to do it. But just know that that's what I'm doing. And also, I have a podcast, so follow that. I'm looking for a way to integrate that with YouTube. So be patient. I'm the Heart Doctor. You can follow me on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And I speak on similar things. And now I feel as if I have more to say on YouTube. So I'm definitely going to be more engaging. And I just love my subscribers and those people who love the content that God has given me. And I hope that you have a peaceful and rest of your day, whatever time, whatever day, wherever you are. Just know that you are blessed and just know that you are worthy of something better than just on and off relationships. You need someone that's dedicated. And if someone that's in your life has entered your life that loves you wholeheartedly, that's there for you in ways, make that list for them. If that list is if the good outweigh the bad and that person is bringing more beauty and love in your life, don't sabotage that good thing, that certain thing for that possibility, even if they change. Because they may just be trying to sabotage that so that you can stay in that same place. So just be aware of that energy and that spirit that's attached to that person or persons. And be aware of any soul ties. So that's I think that there'll be next video. I'll be speaking on soul ties especially. Eventually maybe next video afterwards, but I would definitely be speaking on it again. If you have any comments, any questions, add it in the comment box below. Thank you and subscribe.